if you want to buy a house in Dubai, you are paying into like an escrow account called Naira. So if clients say, the developer did not develop as I want, government can easily return the money. I did training with this company called Question.
Okay.
They automated the White House in United States. I remember in my when I was starting business, some people used to make fun of me then that you're always carrying proposals around. I would look for men that are neatly dressed in church with their big car and go and introduce myself. I cannot be on one spot and I expect money to come. It's impossible. You must push yourself out. So I went to all the restaurants in Lagos. I went to all the restaurants in Lagos. The Mama Cars, the Sweet Sensation, Mr. Big, the TFC, the KFC. I went to every one of them.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bunmi, for joining us today.
You're welcome.
First, we would like you to share with us. You're an entrepreneur. How has it been? How did you get to the entrepreneurial journey? How did you get to this point?
Okay, thanks for having me here. And let me talk a bit about my entrepreneurial journey.
Right.
So I actually started a business year 2009 officially.
Okay.
Even though I've been doing business when I was in school.
Right.
I remember myself and my cousin when we were in school, we always talk about, let us have a business because practically the money they gave us were not enough. So we were like, we need to do a business. So we came up with ideas that time. Let us do student shows, bring artists, which we did.
Okay.
And we ended up losing a lot of money.
Wow.
It was successful, but we lost money.
Okay.
That's business 101.
Right.
So then after that, immediately I left school. I started working with BW Incorporation.
Okay. Okay.
So my role there was business manager to get different ideas that can turn into business and everything. Right. So then we came out with a lot of businesses importing from China, solar panels that we can put solar panels on houses, partner with real estate then. Then we also came up with a lot of other businesses, which they took some, they left some. Okay. So along that time, I said, okay, the best thing is for me 2009 came, I said, the best thing for me is to start my own business. Okay. That was, I finished university 2008 officially. Okay. I said, okay, let me start my business. So I resigned from BLW then. Okay. But before resigning, I did a real estate deal with them. Okay. They bought the property from one of my lawyer friends, which gave me a lot of money then. Right. So with that money, I said, oh, perfect, let me start my business. So I started my IT business then. Okay. So the IT business was supposed to be in charge of ticketing. Okay. So there was a machine we brought from China then. It's called the Kiosk, digital kiosk. Okay. So then there was no mobile phone like that. There was no mobile application. So we bought this machine. What this machine does is, with that machine, you can book your tickets. Okay. You can do a lot of things there. Okay. Okay. So we said we wanted to partner with Air to install this machine. It's just like an ATM machine. Okay. Install it at every GTB bank nationwide. That was what we discussed with Dana Airline. Okay. But along the line, there was a tragedy with Dana Airline. Their plane crashed that time, so we could not. 2009, so we could not partner with them. Anyway. Then we went to meet aero contractor. Okay. They were saying they wanted to do the same, but they wanted us to use our money to run it, and they'll be giving us a percentage. Okay. But just like the normal problem that every businessman has to face, lack of funds, nobody was willing to invest in us ahead, and we'll now be collecting small percentage for every traveler. Nobody was willing to invest. So we had to let the business go then. I moved from there, I moved into online shopping. So that time I said, that was when Jumia was starting. Okay. Jumia and Konga. Okay. Of course, they were not named Jumia then, so I forgot the name then. So I said, instead of me going into the same space they are doing, what they are doing, let me do restaurants. So I went to all the restaurants in Lagos. I went to all the restaurants in Lagos. Your Mama Cars, your Sweet Sensation, your Mr. Big, your TFC, your KFC. I went to meet every one of them. Let me put you guys online on my platform. Whenever anybody order, I'll send my dispatch rider to come and pick it. Then I'll deliver. Then we share the difference.
Right.
I had my own money, or you give me percentage commission.
Right.
Some were skeptical. Oh, I don't want the other guys to see what I have online. I don't want this. But most of them were eager to do. So we started. That was between 2010 to 2012.
Okay.
Which we did it for a while. We call it delivery NG that time.
Okay.
Did it for a while. Then government policy came about. Every bike that is not 200cc must not operate. And my partner then, he brought the bike, I brought the technology.
Okay.
So my partner said, he doesn't want anything to happen to his bike. He withdraw immediately, move the bike out of Lagos. I think they seized one of our bike, one or two, I can't remember. Okay. We moved he moved the bikes out of Lagos. And then, funny enough, I just signed a partnership with Cone Garden, Deal Day, to be delivered for them on the island. So, but because they moved the bike out and everything, we could not honor the agreement, so we had to leave it. Then I said, okay, let me move into digital marketing. Okay. Let me be doing advertisement for companies, because I've been running it for my business for the past 2 years, and we were making money and everything. Okay. So I started running it then. A real estate company called me, Admiralty Homes. Okay. Oh, I saw what you do online, blah, blah, blah. Let me come and work with us. Okay. You'll be our sole digital marketer. We'll pay you, but we also give you percentage. Okay. Pay you for adverts, but you convert it, make sure it's converted. Right. Follow up with them, make sure they buy. And we also pay you commission, which I did. Then I think they had about 40 apartments. Within 2 months, I've already brought close to about 80 people to the apartment. So it really went well then. Okay. Then a lot of all these guys were now saying, oh, the apartment is just very close at New Road. Okay. So they were like, I don't want New Road. Don't you have in Ikoyi? Don't you have in Phase 1? Don't you have in VI? Don't you have? And I already signed partnership with this man for 3 months. Okay. So I waited for the partnership to expire. So I told him, oh, I'm no longer interested in renewing this partnership. Let me just do it for you on a freelance basis. Okay. So then I started Affordable Lekki Homes as a blog. Then it was blog that was running on Google Blog, blogger.com. So I started the page, I started running it. Then I started advert on Linda Ikeji then. Okay. That was the biggest blog then. Absolutely. I remember my first advert on Linda Ikeji. I was on the beach then. I was on the beach trying to relax. I guess I received over 100 calls on my 2 phones. People were calling from America, from New York, from London, from Japan. Oh, I want a property in Lagos. You understand? So I realized that this is the beginning of a great thing. So I registered the company proper with some of my partners. Then we started marketing for all the developers in Lekki. And we made quite some sales, a lot of sales in VI. We did a lot of sales, let me just put it that way. That was between the period of 2013. I did some small business in between that I don't want to mention. Okay. So I did, that was between years of 2013 to 2015. Okay. Then I called my partners. I said, if you notice, we are the ones giving these developers money. Right. Let us start our own development. It was like, how do we start? We don't have the money, blah, blah. I said, but in everything we've been doing, we've been trying to raise money. Correct. We will do the same thing here. Let's just start. The most important thing is just for us to start. Correct. So we said, okay, no problem. How do we start? Let's start with the JV, joint venture. Somebody will give us the land, we'll build on it, we'll sell. So we approached some agents, get us the land, and they got us inside Lekki County. Okay. Which we did, and that was the beginning of our journey of construction. And from there, we move into developing of estate. And so far, it's been challenging, it's been ups and downs, but it's been very rewarding.
I recall while you were sharing now, you talked about Affordable Lekki Homes. I know you're the Chief Executive Officer for Affordable Lekki Homes, not just Affordable Lekki Homes, you're also the Chief Executive Officer for Dantic Homes. Yes. And then I know you're also the Chief Executive Officer for Favo Capital. Yes. You want to share with us what you do across these different companies?
Okay, yes, at Affordable Lekki Homes, we deal with affordable houses, we deal in Lekki here and everything. Then I have some partners there. Okay. Then in Dantic Homes, what we do at Dantic Homes is we deal with affordable houses as well. We are working majorly on bungalow units, apartments, and they call it site and services as estates in Lekki and Epe.
Okay.
Then for the Finovo is rightly interpreted as financial innovation.
Okay.
We are gradually expanding our tentacles and establishing more into the financial sector.
Okay.
So because like I said earlier, the number one issue for every businessman is finance. So we definitely want to enter into the financial aspect. And also, what we are trying to do in this is solving the problem of banking, payments and banking. Nigeria as a whole has about over 40 million people that are not banked. They are underbanked. They don't have bank accounts. The regular market women, the regular carpenter, artisan, they don't want to go to the bank, or they have bad experience with the bank, or they don't have enough finance or money to work with the bank. So what we are trying to do at Finovo is what we call the agency banking. Agency banking in the sense that we are like the bridge between the bank and this set of people. So with our POS, people can make payments seamlessly. And it's instant settlement. Immediately you do it, you get your alert immediately. Instant settlement. We are available at the market. Where you see these people, they are cash-based, what's it called? They are operating on cash basis alone. They don't have digital access to bank or use your digital payment like debit card and everything. You understand? So this set of people, they can use our application online, or also work with our agents using the POS. You can carry, instead of you going to the bank, carry your money, take it directly to this POS agent. They can open an account for you and deposit the money there. And deposit the money with them, and the money will be transferred directly to your account. Or also, if you want to send money to someone, you don't want to go to the bank, just go to them. They have to send the money, you give them the cash. Also, bill payments. You want to pay for your driver's license, you want to pay for your water bill, your light bill, your DSTV, your GoTV. And we're also taking it one step higher. If you want to buy your airline ticket, your event ticket, and all those kind of stuff, you can do it with our application or our POS. So that's the aspect we are focusing on for the capital. I was telling someone recently that I went to almost 20 banks. That is what I've learned over the years. That you don't need to stay in one spot. Keep moving. I, for example, I've actually built a house before in Lekki here, and government came to paste stuff on me that they demolish it. If you want to build in Lagos, you need to go through some process. Because over the time now, we realize that a lot of clients are very scared. I don't want to buy in Lagos again. I'm putting my money to the east. In Lagos, there's a lot of rapid return on investment.
I'd like to ask, I observe you talked a bit about financing for entrepreneurs. As an entrepreneur, one of the major challenges entrepreneurs face out there is financing, right? Funding. What would you like to share with an entrepreneur out there who is listening to us right now? Who is having challenge with funding or finance? What would be those steps you would recommend for him or her to take?
Okay, it's very simple. I will talk based on my own experience. Based on my own experience, the first set of people to talk to are your families and friends. Families and friends. But of course, you must be serious with what you do. They must know that, this is what you do. It's not like you are playing around or you're joking around. They know that this is what you do on a daily basis. You are very committed to it. So you talk to them. Then also, the first thing you need to do is develop what we call the business plan or a pitch deck, either of the two. Business plan is for mostly business structure and everything. Then pitch deck is basically for tech. We call it pitch deck in tech. So develop either of the two based on what you do. Then in the process of developing it, everything about your business will be definitely put out in that document. Then you send this to your families and friends. Then I also tell people that as a human being, we don't exist alone.
One solution, right.
Then we exist more or less in like a network.
Right.
Network of friends, network of where you used to work, network of where you worship.
True.
You understand? Having these documents, you can talk to people. I remember when I was starting business, some people used to make fun of me then that you're always carrying proposal around. And whenever I go to church, my proposal is with me. I will look for men that are neatly dressed in church with their big car. I will go and introduce myself. Hello, sir. My name is Bunmi Felix. So this is what I do. This is what I do. I would like for you to read through it and everything. You understand?
Right.
My aim is I want to be professional. I want to look professional, act professional, talk professional. Once people see this, I'm coupled with a very good idea, it's very hard for people not to invest. I've pitched to a lot of people in such a way that there was a time I told people that I was telling someone recently that I went to almost 20 banks.
And then I also remember you said you have gone through almost all of the fast food in the city.
Because I'm like, what am I doing with my time? I cannot be in one spot and I expect money to come. It is impossible. You must push yourself out. But now in business, and even now at this stage, it's so easy. You can structure in such a way that you can create a website, create an Instagram account or social media account, create like a short video, advertise yourself. People will call you. You'll be surprised. There's under Dantic Homes, there's a resort we want to work on at the beach at Lekki side.
Okay.
The only thing I did was I got my architect, design it the way it should be, do the 3D video, paid for all those and everything, and I posted it online and I did the adverts. Within the space of 3 weeks, over 30 people showed interest. Even though we are not ready to kickstart or to start receiving investment for that. But it gave me the push that I wanted. That, this
can fly.
Thank you. Over 30 people showed interest. And another thing, which is more or less like a secret, is if you are looking for, let's say you're looking for 100 million. Don't put the 100 million on somebody, on just one person. Break it down. 5 million in 20 places.
That's already 100 million.
And the thing is, you may not get the 105 million at once. You can get it within the space of 3 months, but you are not where you started.
True.
You've already gotten 5 million. You deposited it for what you want to do. You got another 10 million. You understand? You keep going. And as you keep going, you keep showcasing what you are doing with that money.
The money you've gotten.
A lot of people will start dropping money. That is what I've learned over the years. That you don't need to stay in one spot. Keep moving. Break the money down into small amounts, smaller units, so people can easily invest in what you do. But of course, you need to do a lot of research about what you do to mitigate loss and all those. So you have to do a lot of research about what you do. You have to at least start with your own money. People like to see that. I started with my own money. I've deposited for this place. I've done this, I've collected a shop, I've done, you understand? Let them see that you've already done
some part of it. From your own end.
Then it's easier for people to invest.
Where did you school?
Okay, my primary, secondary, or university?
Any of them. Let's say university.
Okay, my university was at University of Ekiti. In Ekiti State. That was between 2002 and 2007. But I finished officially in 2008.
Great. What did you study?
I actually studied geology.
Wow, and then you're doing so many businesses.
I'm doing real estate. It's still part of geology.
Interesting. That's interesting. Where are you from?
I'm from Ekiti State.
Okay. Yes. But you've always been in Lagos after school?
I came to Lagos 2007, little after school. Yes.
Okay. What I would like to ask now, I know that you're also an executive in REDA, Real Estate Developers Association in the Lagos, right? Yes. In recent times, we've had a lot of government policy that has to do with demolition of property that's pertain to maybe because of the positioning, nowhere position. What would you like to say to that concerning that situation? Okay,
I really don't want to say much because I don't know much about it, but based on the little knowledge I have about it, government is very strict when it comes to building on lands or selling of lands or bidding on lands that is government acquisition. based on what I heard is the land actually belonged to Federal Housing Authority.
Okay.
And some people were encroached and sold the land, and they have been warned severally.
Okay.
I, for example, I've actually built a house before in Lekki here, and government came to paste stuff on it that they would demolish it. Okay. And I called them and I asked them why. They said I did not do approval. Okay. I said, okay, I built within an estate, and I submitted all my drawings for approval for the estate and everything. Who in turn said they will get approval for that place. Okay. Meaning I paid the estate for all the approval. Right. And they said they will talk to the government to collect approval, or they've actually gotten approval for the whole
entire
estate
layout. Okay.
For what we can build there. Right. Then I said no, that we still need to do the approval. So we filed for the approval, and they gave us a certain amount for penalty because of the fact that we didn't do it on time, which we paid. Okay. And they did not demolish. Okay. So based on the fact that as an ESCO, and due to the different meetings that we had with the LASBA, LASERA, government officials and everything, they've actually told us, and we actually know that if you want to build in Lagos, you need to go through some process, which thank God I've never for once deviated from it. Okay. I always go through the process of approval. Okay. Before I buy any land, I do my research through my lawyer. After doing the research, we know that, okay, this land is not encumbered. Okay. We've actually bought a land before that is encumbered, and we just had to let the land go. So we've learned over the years that we have to buy from the right source, do our research at Alausa, do our research at different courts to know the land is not under litigation. Right. After all this, we now know that we can build. Okay. Before we build, we do our drawings and we submit it at the approval office. Okay. Once we submit it, we go through the process of approval, paying of tax, paying of all this, paying of the money. Okay. Then, once the approval comes out, we commence construction. And I must really say that most of the estates in Lekki, they have gone through, they are very, strict about approval. I must really commend that aspect. They are very strict with approval. Places like Banana Island, Pinnock, VGC, before you build, you must collect approval. The approval must come out, they must say that, oh, you've collected the approval before you start building. So places like that are very safe to build. Okay. Okay. Even if you want to buy a house as a client, you can easily buy from estate like that because it has gone through approval, and no government will come and say they want to demolish it. It's impossible. Okay. Because over the time now, we realize that a lot of clients are very scared. Oh, I don't want to buy in Lagos again. I'm taking my money to the east. I'm taking my money to the Igbo land. I'm taking my money to Abuja. No. Because they're missing out on a lot of opportunities. In Lagos, there's a lot of rapid return on investment compared to these other places, because Lagos is improving every day. They keep improving. So the only thing they need to do is do their search. After they do their research and they see that it is right, they proceed. And as a developer, we always have new projects. And so every entrepreneur should have it behind their mind that funding will be a sort of challenge at one point or the other. That's the thing about being an entrepreneur. You must always think outside the box. I eventually had to sell the company. We basically introduce smart homes in the industry. The best thing is to learn, to keep learning. Or before a client can trust you to buy from you, they must know that you have superior knowledge of what you are selling.
So, someone listening to us right now who says, okay, I haven't listened to you and I know you have a very good wealth of experience in the industry. I've got like 500 million Naira. I'd like to invest. What would you say to the person?
Okay, in this industry, we always receive investments. Okay. We have a lot of investors that have invested in most of our projects. And as a developer, we always have new projects. Okay. From normal residential project to commercial project to a full-blown estate project, and God willing, we'll get to a level where we'll be developing airports, cities, and everything. So if you have that kind of money, or even lesser. Like we always say, our investment package starts from 5 million.
Okay.
If you have that kind of money, 5 million and above, talk to us. You get a good return on investment.
Great.
There are many projects available for you to invest.
Right.
If it's the resort project, if it's the affordable bungalow project, if it is the affordable land project, if it is the terrace project, apartment project, they're available for you to invest. And our investment is structured such a way that every quarter you can be getting a return.
Wow.
Which is new in real estate. Most of real estate projects is, they wait for the project to be done and everything. But what we do now is we made it so easy and to encourage our people. Every quarter you get something from what you've invested.
Great.
So if you have that kind of money, give me a call.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So we've got entrepreneurs listening to us. What would you say has been that challenge you would like to share with us? One major challenge you've experienced in the entrepreneurial journey?
It's all about funding. If we have funding as much as we want, we would have done a lot of bigger projects, much more than we have now. But apart from that, so every entrepreneur should have it behind their mind that funding will be a sort of challenge at one point or the other. You understand? So the earlier you can raise funds, the better. The earlier you can go about strategies. That's the thing about being an entrepreneur. You must always think outside the box. The earlier you can think about strategies to raise funds, the better. Then the second one would be government policy. We are in a peculiar environment. Government policy can come. Like I told you earlier about the delivery bikes and everything. I eventually had to sell the company to someone else. You understand? So government policy can come tomorrow and say, we don't want this again.
True.
Oh, for example, I always tell my wife, she's an entrepreneur too. She sells online on Instagram. I always tell her that the time they ban Twitter, what if they have banned Instagram?
Instagram as well.
Then you don't have a business again. From making maybe 100K a day to making nothing. So the best thing is for you to know, be aware, then create alternatives. That is why you see most businessmen, they spread their business across industries. Tomorrow, real estate may not be as much as we
have right now.
You understand? There may be regulations. For example, in Dubai, if you want to buy a house in Dubai, you are paying into like an escrow account called Naira. If you pay into that account, I doubt if developers will have access to that money until a certain time. You have to borrow against that money to build. So if clients say, the developer did not develop as I want, government can easily return the money. They don't want anything to dent the name of their country. You understand? Lagos State, Nigeria will definitely get to that level. So as a businessman, government policy may not favor you at that particular point in time. So it is left for you to think ahead, spread your investments, but definitely build over a period of time and spread. So government policy, funding, then I think those are the most important, because if you want to talk about client challenge, if you focus on your target market, you definitely have people that will buy from what you sell. You focus on your target market, identify and focus on your target market. Then what else? I think that's all. Then the economy, rise in dollar price and everything. Well, that affects almost everybody in Nigeria for now, but ways of mitigating that is just to increase your price. Because if you don't increase your price to not hurt the client too much and not to hurt yourself. Because if you sell, you have to go back into the market again to buy the service or the goods to resell. So my advice is just for you to find a way to balance in between. Don't put your price at the point that will affect you, and don't overshoot your price.
You know, it's an entrepreneurial show, right? We'd also like to hear from you. What has been your wins? Most of what you say is your most celebrated wins in your journey so far.
Well, transitioning from being a realtor to being a developer, then I've built over 20 houses in Lekki. Then also introducing, even though I'm not the one enjoying it, but we basically introduce smart homes in the industry.
Wow.
Even a lot of other developers are there. I think we started earlier 2012, 2013 when we started home automation. A lot of people have started home automation, but home automation was reserved for the super rich. Banana Island, Abuja building, and Eco Atlantic, super rich home automation. Then I did training with this company called Crestron in Dubai. Crestron is a global home automation company. They automated the White House in United States. So I did training with them in Dubai. Then I came to Nigeria. I spoke to some developers, introduced home automation. I call it smart home then, or digital home. Introduce it into your project. And they said, it's too expensive, blah, blah, blah. Then China now made it easier. They developed their own models too, made it cheaper and everything. So I partnered with a company in Nigeria. Then we did exhibition for developers and people alike. We did it at Radisson Blue. Like 3 times. We invited developers, we invited builders, we invited construction workers, invited clients too. So from there, the smart home stuff started spreading. You understand then? It's everywhere in the market now. Almost every house is smart home now.
Amazing.
So that's part of my win. Then moving on into the financial sector is part of my win as well.
Now let's advise entrepreneurs out there. What would you like to say to the person is the best advice that you have gotten that you like to share with him?
Okay, my advice is best thing is to learn, to keep learning. Choose the industry you want to start with. Learn as much as possible. Learn every other day. I started with IT. Then before moving into real estate. But immediately I entered real estate, I started learning everything. Every aspect of real estate. Or when we talk about titles, when we talk about different kind of houses, you understand? So because before anybody can trust you with their money to invest, or before a client can trust you to buy from you, they must know that you have superior knowledge of what you are selling. You have adequate knowledge of what you are selling. Not like you are in this industry, you are basically selling a service, you are selling a product, you don't know much about it. What of customer services after you've already sold? What about, you understand, what about repair and maintenance? There are a lot of things that you need to understand and know. So the best thing to learn, the best way to learn is to, I always tell people, work with an existing company or entrepreneur in that industry you have chosen. If it is photography, work with a photographer. Learn the basics. Or you go to a photography school. Even after going to a photography school, you can still go to learn with somebody that is in the field, that is in the market. There's so many things you learn in that aspect that you not see from the school that you graduated from. So learn from somebody. Let somebody be your master for a while, however little. 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Learn. After learning, then you can now start. Because you will need a lot of experience going ahead, going forward. You need a lot of experience that you can point to. Then people don't want to work with amateurs. They need to know that you know what you are doing. So learn. After learning, then the sky is for you. It's big enough for you.